Hey world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 212. Today's prompt is, what is the closest nation slash culture to a utopia? And this comes from the Wanderer in the Discord. Now, I wrote something pretty dark this time called A Gilded Prison. I didn't really have any location on the utopian continent that wasn't at all written about in terms of a nation, and I didn't really want to just describe a nation again as one of the most utopian-like places, and so instead I went a different direction. The Gilded Prison is a little bit spoilery, so players, please do not watch. This is a creation by Meredith Malcolm. Meredith Malcolm's goal is to become the next Mordecai. Who is Mordecai? He's the god of made work, like a god of magic, who supposedly was once a human man who ascended to godhood through his like raw knowledge, research, and ability via finding like the correct contract to make with Hormuz or the world or something. And so Meredith is experimenting a lot with a lot of different things. And one of his favorite things to experiment with is worlds and instruction sets within Godstones that allow for souls to be sent there and experience a reality that is entirely constructed. The Gilded Prison is one that Meredith has created that is effectively like a heaven. You and a number of other souls are pulled forcibly by him from the material world into this extra material place. This Lumaketer is what it's called, inside of the Godstone, and you live in this massive mansion where you do not experience aging, illness, death, or fatigue, and you are given a host of servants with simple instruction sets that are able to do a number of complex actions, and you live out your life in bliss. However, Meredith has not visited this one in a while, and no one is sure why. He normally will go into the Lumaketer experiments that he's conducting, and he will interview people that are living there. But a Gilded Prison has not had Meredith's visit since the first time that he put the first six souls here, and he did not account for something in this Godstone, which is the problem of soul bleeding. And so, as a denizen of the Gilded Prison is here long enough, their soul begins to bleed, and they begin to see echoes of connections to people that they have. And so usually this is a mother, but it could be other really, really close family member, other contracts of bonds that you have formed in your life. And this begins to break them out of the subtle memory suppression systems that Meredith has in place, and they begin to understand that they live a life of complete and utter monotony, and that this is, in effect, an eternal torment. But until that point, this is probably the closest place to a utopia in Utopia. What is the closest nation slash culture to a utopia in your world? Thanks for building together.